Well. It was bound to happen eventually, right? You know, I can't stay forever and get all the things that I want. Eventually a limited banner's gonna roll around and say, hey, you stop saving your Wormite, you gotta pull already. But yeah, so we've got 2 limited showcases. The plus rate split across the 2. So I've been doing the free 10-folds with this, followed by a single summon, the daily deal, every day since the banner came out with the free summons. And so far I've actually managed to net myself a 5-star dragon, the Fatalis. So I'll have a look here, Mr. Fatalis, over here. Either way, I only got the one from the showcase, I believe. It actually took me like, what, 3 or 4 days of the free 10-folds before I actually managed to get pitybroken and receive the Fatalis, that is. So yeah, my luck hasn't been too good so far, but we're looking at the rate up. We've got 8 more single summons. I've already done the daily deal and the 10-fold today, so let's go through 8 of these vouchers, get the rate up, and then we'll start pulling with the 10-folds. So let's see, I have about 28k Wormite, about 120 something single summon tickets, 6 10-folds? 6 10-folds. What does that add up to? About 300 and almost 400 summons? Seems to be about the number we get until things get a bit dire. But obviously I've got 2 of the showcases to worry about, and then there's gonna be the Valentine's rerun, and it's gonna be like, hey, Hildegard's here for a 3rd time, and I'm still not gonna get her. Gonna get 5 more Navids. But yeah. So what are we aiming for here? We're looking for, from the first showcase, we're looking for Hunter Berserker and Hunter Vanessa, 2 of the 0.5% base summon rate adventurers. Then from the second showcase, we're going to look to snag both Hunter Cerise and Dread King Rathalos. That would be all of the limited units, adventurers and dragons. Obviously we already have the Fatalis, but honestly, with the number of resources I have banked, things are not looking good. And then in a couple of weeks, we're going to see the end of this event. There's going to be the rerun of the Valentine's one. Goodness, things are not looking good. Ifrit, of course, was the rate up 4-star dragon for this first Primal Crisis banner. My goodness, say that 10 times fast. Anyway, that should be appearance rates up to 5% for 5 stars. Let's go with the 10-fold, and obviously just get both of the 5-star units we're looking for in one pull, right? That's how it works. Side games, please. Oh goodness, 2 4-stars on this. So we have the 4-star dragon. Ifrit, maybe. It's a good chance. And a second one. Polyahu, okay. Well, let's just mash through these because we have all the 3 stars. They have not added any in a while. Juggernaut. And obviously with the 2 Max Unbound Mauritians, I am not in a great need when it comes to Juggernaut. And I may have just skipped to the circle there. Either way, that was the worst, almost the worst possible 10-fold, 2 4-stars. Well, dear. Okay, so we've been pitybroken. What have we got? What are we working with here? 1 5-star. Could be worse. Wait, could it be worse? No, pitybroken with 1 5-star? That's worst case, right? And it's a dragon, so we're not looking for Fatalis from this showcase anymore, but if we get another Fatalis, I guess that's what we're gonna get. Yep, looks like we've got a second Fatalis. Could be worse. Could be Cupid. Goodness me. Alright, Hindward's also right up in this showcase, right? already have a Hindworld. Some people are getting upset they're getting duplicate Hindworlds, but, you know, it could be any other 5-star adventurer. It's not any less likely... No, it doesn't make it any less likely that you'd get the rate up ones, but honestly it would have been great if we just had the one showcase with, you know, Cerise, Vanessa, Berserker all on one showcase, along with Vitalis and Dread King Rathalos, but they spaced it out. They split the two showcases. We've managed to get a 5-star in the single summon. What do we got here? A sword? Hey, that is Hunter Berserker. That's pretty good luck then, huh? With a single pull. Ah, funky audio. Now, one day I'll figure out how to record this sort of stuff well, but until then, you're gonna have to deal with the occasional audio glitch. Anyway, so 117 single summon tickets, and all we're waiting for now is Hunter Vanessa. If we get her soon, that would be absolutely brilliant, but with the fact that we're now aiming for one 5-star adventurer out of, well, the entire summoning pool, this is when things get dicey. I sincerely hope it doesn't end up being Nobunaga all over again, because that would be heartbreaking, especially with the second showcase right here. Ugh. But yeah, let's push through these quickly. Guess people aren't too interested in the single summons, unless it happens to be the 5-star, like Hunter Berserker. But, I don't know, what have I been doing recently? Monster Hunter World has been on and off for me. Obviously, with everyone getting the... Well, for those who don't actually play the game, they recently released the expansion for Monster Hunter World, like a few weeks ago, last month. And as part of that, everyone who starts playing the game gains, like, this super overpowered set that I believe is supposed to carry you all the way to endgame. It'd be like if you started Dragalia last and then you, I don't know, start with a 70 mana circle Uden with Max Unbound Cerberus or some weird stuff like that. Obviously, like, playing through the campaign would be completely, you know, it stops being a game once it's too easy, right? You just end up tapping your way through cutscenes. Granted, yeah, the cutscenes are interactive, yeah. But when there's no challenge to it, then yeah, it's a glorified cutscene, right? Anyway, so that should be the appearance rates up. Let's go with the tenfolds. And then, come on, Vanessa. Or not. Just one dove. Ah, so sad. Man, I remember getting really good summons when Gala Cerise came around again. What was it? The 1-year anniversary, right? And then they had the Gala rate up minus Uden. So, did I get Cerise then? I don't actually remember. I think that's when I got Cerise. That's quite a few Verikas. Is Verica the rate up on this one? She might be? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, 3 duds. There's a chance at a 5-star. But that's not what we're working with here. Granted, I believe... I don't know, why do you guys like watching my pull videos? I mean, I get I do the stickers on the side and everything to show what I pull, but my videos are also a lot longer than the average pull video on YouTube. You know, I think one of the last pull videos I did, what was the last one? Was it New Year's? I think I remember seeing a video that spent like a similar number of resources than I did. So like roughly just under 400 pulls worth, maybe 350-ish. And the video was about half the length of mine. So I don't typically watch other people's pull videos, because that's not really my kind of thing, honestly. But I don't know. Do you guys watch other people's pull videos? Do you watch... I don't know. I suppose if you watch my pull videos, you might watch other people's pull videos. If you do, what kind of pull videos do you prefer? Do you prefer them short and sweet? I think Nanissa Gaming, for example, I remember her popping around this channel like a long time ago. Maybe on one of my pull videos congratulating me or something. But I think when I did more research on other people's channels and stuff, Nanissa stood out to me as somebody who consistently spent like 4,000, 5,000 Wormite on every single showcase that comes out. Which I guess makes sense. If you have a full roster, then pulling for new units as they come out is the way of making sure that, you know, you spend the least to maintain a full collection. Because obviously, like, I didn't pull on the Windswept Harbingers showcase, so I'm missing Kirsty, Joachim, and Garland, AC01 something Garland. So I'm missing those ones because I didn't pull on the non-limited showcase. But now that, you know, I'm going to try and get them through, you know, non-focus summons, I can't aim for them specifically anymore, so it just becomes a case of getting them through blind luck, essentially. I believe, like, the expected spending if I were to aim for them on a non-rate-up showcase would be, like, in the realms of 240,000 Wormite spent if I were to try and go for Kirsty on this showcase, for example. Anyway, ooh, this is nice and symmetrical. 4 4-stars, 1 5-star. 5-star stuff. Well then. Is it Heinwald? Yep, that's the Heinwald. Yeah, I guess that's what everyone's crying about. No, such is life. Anyway, appearance rates. Let's go through some more single summon tickets, because we have a lot of those. It's another Varrica. Well, that Hindward could have been anyone, just wasn't Vanessa. But okay, Yuya. Oh, we have a Yuya already. Wonder when I got Yuya. Either way, I haven't actually used him. For all the characters I do have, I've pushed them all to at least level 70, and got them 40 nodes on the mana circle, so yeah, Yuya's sitting at level 70, I guess. 40 mana circles, or 40 nodes that is, and I don't believe I've used him even once. Such is life as a 4-star character, like, oh, okay, 5-star on the single summon again. Is it Vanessa this time? Come on. Come on. That's a sword. Well, okay. Guess Berserk is just gonna be in my single summons now. What was I talking about? Right, 4-star units. Unless they get like the 70 mana node treatment, well, the mana spiral that is, I can't really see myself grabbing too many of them. Or at least pushing them to 50 mana nodes? What do we call it? 50 MC? Goodness. My brain has gone completely blank. Anyway, it was kind of nice. Like, I actually use Xania in my Volk and High Midgard Zorma fights now, because, well, 70 mana circles, and she's fairly simple to play, honestly, like, simpler than Cerise. None of this rolling 4-strike stuff and having to maintain your combo for eternity kind of thing that Cerise encourages. Xania is very much charge your skills, 4-strike cancel after 5 combos, which is, yeah, feels good, feels snappy, and then fire off the skills as soon as you can. But yeah, Xania was one of the earliest 3-star units I pulled, and also one of the first units I pushed to 4 stars, because, well, it was relatively easy to get resources even back then, like 2.2k odd water for promoting to 4-star. It's not that much. And then I think this was early on, right? Before I'd even finished the campaign. I just thought, I need a power boost to get through some stage or something. And Xania was there being like, ooh, promote me! And so I did. I have no idea if my voice sounds like that. I can't claim to be a voice actor or anything of the sort. But here we are. Let's see, 92. Is that 10 single summons? We got pitybroken by Berserker, right? Right, let's have a quick check and look where the appearance rates are at. Yep, well, that's the 10. Let's go for the 10 fold, or do we go for another 10 single summons? Let's go for another 10 single summons with drowning in tickets. Drowning in tickets. Ugh. Honestly though, I think, like, if there's any part of the video that I would cut out, it would probably be the point where I'm building up the pity rate with the single summons. But if I don't show all the summons, I don't know, I feel like as soon as I start cutting out summons from my summon videos, then they change flavour, almost. Like, I think the people that do watch my summon videos are those that either you like skipping to the end and just looking at, you know, all the stickers at the end, because I do that, or you're here for the whole experience, to sit with me as I go through these single summons, share my experience, every single last bit of it. And let's see if we get a high mold here. That's a dragon. Nidhogg is not who I'm looking for here. Anyway. Pitybroken with 87 single summon tickets left. Funky audio, and Elaine. Did Elaine get 70 mana circles? 70... I'm terrible at talking about mana circles now, but 70... let's just say mana spiral, right? Did Elaine get the mana spiral? I don't know. I don't remember. What I do know is anyone that did get a mana spiral probably inflicts burn now. That's basically what they did to the flame element. How do I want to split my resources between the showcases? So we've used the 60 single summons, 6 10-fold tickets on this. We've also used about 40 single summons, maybe 50. About 50 single summon tickets. So I guess we want to use about another 100 summons worth of resources on this before we, you know, call it quits and say we want to spend the rest on trying to pull for Cerise and Dread King Rathalos. That's a sad thing about these showcases, huh? You kind of get the impression that they're not going to come back. For example, the Fire Emblem Heroes one hasn't been rerun. It's very unlikely that it's ever going to be rerun. And so it incentivizes spending. And the unfortunate thing as well with Cygames, or well, not with Cygames, but rather just Dragalia Lost. I'm not sure about Shadowverse, for example. One of the other Cygames games I'm aware of. As well as, what else? There's World Flipper recently that's had a bit of a fiasco. But Dragalia Lost in general is not very good value for money when it comes to their Diamantium and their packs and whatnot. What with the standard prices for Sunstones and Damascus ingots being $40, I believe. Just over £30 for me in the UK. It's not worth it. Not unless you have like massive amounts of disposable income, but for me, recent graduate from university, you know, still only in my first job, not a huge amount of income, you know, like, it doesn't really make sense to be spending huge amounts of money on what is essentially just a mobile game that, granted, the way it's being handled makes me think this will last for like a couple more years at least, but in the end, I will eventually lose interest, as I do lose interest in most things after a few years. But Dragalia Lost. I don't know. Pitybroken for single summons again. Can you get a lance now? Oh, come on. Come on. God, you're a Lathatep, why'd you have such weird paws? I see the pads on the bottom of your feet. Ugh. Anyway, Vanessa, please? What was I saying? Right. How long you play games for? I mean, nowadays, I don't really have as much time to play games as I used to. Like, the Ethon Ashes I've got are, like, slowly building up. At the very least, things like honey, for example. Is it honey? It's honey, right? What you use to replenish your stamina with? That you can at least burn away with skip tickets and auto, but Gather Wings require effort to burn, or at least time to sit down and just have your characters mindlessly auto away at, you know, either like a Void Battle or the Imperial Onslaught, which is... Imperial Onslaught's basically useless for me now, because I've got all my dojos at 35, like, and then getting all of those to 35 means that in terms of anything, like for anything else, I don't know, for building weapons for example, I've got plenty of resources. I mean, we'll see how those resources last. It could be that if I start doing High Dragon Trials more seriously, doing more Volk, then like crafting the weapons from those is going to eat up my resources from Imperial Onslaught, but until then, like, I don't really have a good way of burning wings, because I've only got so many hours free in my evenings, and obviously, you know, if that's the case, then time becomes a valuable resource, and playing Dragalia Lost is not one of my top priorities at the moment. This keeps happening. Ah, another dragon. Another Fatalis. I mean, it's not too bad if we're building up the Fatalis. At least it's not Cupid, could be worse. I have a lot of 5-star light dragons now. Cupid is mostly unnecessary. I mean, like, even now, I think Daikokuten's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I've got Gilgamesh and Takumi Kazuchi at max Unbind, and while they're not, you know, that much better than Lindworm, I don't really see myself needing more than one max Unbound Cupid. Especially if I've already got the Daikokuten as well. What is on my mind? Not a whole lot, honestly. Oh, there's another Yuya. Just gonna mash through these single summon tickets, and hopefully not get too many Cupids. I mean, 1 or 2 isn't too bad, but, you know, when it comes to 5-star dragons, I mean, it's been different with the recent editions, but a lot of the classic strength ones don't really beat out the max unbound 4-star strength dragons until like 3 unbinds, maybe 4. Yeah, which makes them fairly hard to use, but Fatalis is, for example, pretty good compared to Juggernaut, at least aura-wise. I'm not entirely sure how he stacks up in terms of base stats compared to a max unbound Juggernaut when he's a low number of unbinds. But the newer dragons typically have been interesting enough that, you know, their effects do actually outclass the max unbound 4-star strength dragons. So Dread King Rathalos, for example, like, fairly interesting. What with the 4 strike damage increase, like, clearly fit towards Berserker, and even at 1 or 0 unbinds, I'm fairly certain that Dread King Rathalos is a decent dragon for Hunter Berserker, for example. And, well, with the 4 strike haste makes it pretty good for, I believe, Emma as well. I believe Emma just used Cerberus before, but until, say, Fire gets, like, a skill haste dragon, like, along the lines of Freya, or... what else is there? Halloween... it's not Marisha 10. Maritimus? Halloween Maritimus. So until Fire gets something in skill haste, goodness, maybe like even a strength and skill haste dragon would be absolutely insane for Emma. I don't know. Well, I guess the strength and skill haste would be good for just increasing Emma's, you know, personal DPS if she happens to have the High Dragon Child Lance, for example. I guess, like, hit points would just ensure, like, help her survivability. I suppose, like, the skill haste would make up the majority of her team DPS contribution. Until then, I guess everyone's using Dread King Rathalos now. But even then, you'd either have to pull a high number of Dread King Rathalos, or you'd have to use your Sunstones on him. And if you're paying for your Sunstones, that could be fairly pricey, honestly. But I suppose if you're paying for Sunstones, then money is not really a priority, or at least a concern, should I say. As for me, my main concern is how... my pity rate is actually building up quite a lot for this. Unfortunate. Is Yuya rate up on the showcase? He is, right? Ugh. Anyway, I think... well... hopefully we get Vanessa now. If we don't, then we're in big trouble. Number 3. That's a dragon again. Oh god. Trash! Absolute trash. I don't need another Takemi Kazuchi. Oh goodness. Right, given that we still have some free 10-folds lined up for this showcase, I'm gonna sit pretty with this one for now. Let's move on to part 2. Appearance rates, I believe I've used the 1 daily deal summon. So, let's use those single summon tickets. Excess sent to goodie box. It's something that happens every time I pull now. Like, honestly, the massive size of, or at least the tiny size of storage for dragons comparatively is fairly painful. And obviously I'm collecting everything, and whenever I get extra copies of 5 stars that I already have a max unbound of, then they just take up more slots, and, you know, I'm loath to part ways with 5-star dragons. I don't know why. I don't know. Part of me is... I guess I hoard 5-star dragons for some reason. 5-star worm prints, it's not so bad. But actually, to be fair, my worm print storage is pretty bad as well. I think if I sell everything I'm not holding on to, then I have like 20 free slots, or 30 slots free for worm prints. God, that Mega Man event did not help. Like, with the amount of prints you could farm, I ended up holding on to 4 maximum unbind copies of every single print, which is like at least 20 slots by itself. It's pretty crazy. And it doesn't help that, you know, I think Mega Friends and Bubble and Wood ended up being pretty good prints as well, so I'm holding on to multiple copies of those. And then for everything else, I'm just like, well, I have the prints and don't think they're going to rerun the Mega Man event, so I have 4 copies of those each as well. Ugh. Goodness. Anyway, this should be us at the 10 summons count for the showcase. Appearance rate up. Yep, 10 folds. And the number of, well, the amount of Wormite we have is, it doesn't feel good when it starts dropping below 20,000. It's a sword. So what are we looking for? We are looking for Hunter Cerise, which is a 5-star bow, and Dread King Rathalos, the 5-star dragon. Serena was right up. Was Ifrit rate up? Not in the showcase, right? It's Vajunoi for 4-star dragon rate up here. Well, we've broken past the 20k mark. Not even a single dove. Is it a single 4-star circle? No, 2. Could be less. Okay, I don't know what the final one was. might have turned into a rainbow and we don't know. Okay, it's just Bajunai, we're fine. I haven't skipped anything important. It's okay. But I need to have some patience. Because clearly that's what you guys are here to see. Alright, rainbow in the background. That's our 5-star, that's the pity break. Okay. It's in the middle there. Come on. Bow? Or dragon? That's a dragon. Is it the Dread King Rathalos? Are we gonna have the Hunter Berserker dream? God, it looks like so much fun to just 4-strike and like, BAM! 150k damage. That is Leviathan. That is not Dread King Rathalos. Yeah. God damn it. Okay. No. At least Leviathan's a good dragon. God damn it. Right, back to the single summons. So we've got 46 single summon tickets left. Ideally I'd like to get down to 0, because I just hate having single summon tickets. I don't know, it's like the wings, right? They take time to consume, and you know, time is a precious commodity nowadays. So, Hunter Cerise, Dread King Rathalos. That makes up what, like 1.3%? Hunter Cerise, I believe, is 0.5% base rate, and then Dread King Rathalos, if I'm not mistaken, the dragons on focus are 0.8%? Which might somewhat explain why I've gotten so many Fatalis, but I've been pity broken a lot. Like what, 6? I got what, like 6 5-stars through single summons on the other showcase? Somewhere along those numbers, like a couple of Berserker, a few Shadow Dragons, a few Fatalis? I'm not sure if I got Fatalis through single summons, actually, but god damn it. I swear to god, I'm gonna end up pulling through all of my resources and end up like missing like 3 units out of the 5, which would be mildly upsetting. But, you know, that is the way of gacha. It's how they get you to spend money, and me, well, I can't really claim to be a collectionist. I don't even have Valentine's Hildegard. So many Naveed. So many Naveed. I've lost count of how many single summons I've done this round now. A quick check of the appearance rates. Oh, I overshot. Well, 9 more then. That would bring us to 26. Oh, okay, never mind. Ooh, Dread King Rathalos. That's a fairly unique summon animation. Well then, back to the single summons. So we started at 34 with this. So we'll work our way to 24 single summon tickets, unless we get pity broken. And then we'll gun with the 10-folds and aim for Cerise. 0.5% chance. Or maybe 0.55. Actually, I don't even think it increases by that much, right? Because we go from 4% to 4.5%? About 0.5%. I'm not sure how much of that goes to Cerise. Goodness. Oh, funky audio times. Anyway, 4 more single summon tickets. Going for Cerise, and if we're lucky, maybe we can go back to the other showcase and be like, hey, give me that Vanessa. At least it's only Vanessa we're missing from that, but we're also only missing Cerise here. So, knowing my luck, it's Nobunaga time, isn't it? How am I gonna title this video? How am I gonna make that clickbait thumbnail that pulls everyone in? Obviously, with all of my pull video thumbnails, there's always somebody with wormite for eyes and sticking a tenfolds in someone's mouth. I don't know why I do that, but honestly, it's just something I decided to do like that. I think the first time I did a pull video, and you know, I sort of thought, yeah, that's fine. We'll let it stick. Oh, no 5-star with this one. Right? Maybe? Oh my goodness, 1 4-star. Just the 1 4-star. This is the worst kind of tenfold. 4-star sword. I don't believe we're missing any 4-star swords. Kuhai. Okay. In terms of 4-star units, I believe I'm missing Joachim? In terms of 5 stars, I know I'm missing Lathner, there's Kirsty. I skipped the summon circle again because of my impatience. Just give me Cerise already. I want the limited 5 stars. Ah, Noelle. I remember when I pulled her. It was in one of these videos, actually. I called her out as one of the 4 stars I'm missing, and then down she came. Oh, that's our pity break for this. In the middle. Okay. Number 6. That's a dragon. I'm getting a lot of 5-star dragons in this session. Am I missing any 4-star lances? I don't know, but that's another Leviathan. At this rate I'm gonna have like... I mean, I already have the 1 max unbound Leviathan, but at this rate I'm gonna have 2. Which isn't too bad, I guess, honestly. It would help a bit with a Mercurial Gauntlet. I've been incredibly lazy with Mercurial Gauntlet, because like the other things I've mentioned, like using tickets and using single summon tickets, ashes as well, that is to say, you know, it takes time to use, or at least Mercurial Gauntlet takes attention as well. And for me, attention is also in short supply. Okay. 3 doves. It's a 4-star. Possibly. Patia. I believe somebody used a Patia in getting, what, in clearing level 55 of every single Mercurial Gauntlet? I think they had, what, was it Patia? Patia, Lathner, Delphi, and then they changed their healer depending on the element. But Patia with the defense up helps you survive the purple clamps. But yeah, there's a Reddit post made on that, like, maybe sometime in the last 24 hours. As of the time of recording anyway. It is 11:15 PM. The 4th of December, 2020. And I still have work in the morning, but hey, here I am recording these videos, because, you know, such is life when you want to try and do YouTube things. Oh, pity broken with a single summon again. Was it even a pity break? I don't think we actually reached 10 summons, right? It's a wand. Student Maribella's right up on the showcase, isn't she? Okay. So we'll go to 6 tickets, and then we'll start just blowing through the tenfolds. I mean, at the very least, if we don't get any more of the rate up 5 stars, we managed to get the combo of Dread King Rathalos and Hunter Berserker, which seems to be the fun thing to go for. What with the giant, meaty 4 strikes and whatnot. I think I saw somebody clear Mercurial Gauntlet level 55 with Rathalos Berserker, and they didn't even, like, use a dragon transformation. It's just 4 strikes the whole way through. Which goes to show, like, you don't even need Leviathan for Bog anymore, but here he is anyway. Ugh. Okay, so we got 11 tickets. Push through to 1 then. I'm not getting good vibes from these 2 showcases. And then with Valentine's around the corner, oh goodness, how are we going to do this? I think the clear answer is we don't. We don't do this. If I spend all my resources here, then it leaves me completely dry for Valentine's. Which... dear. I mean, it's going to be a repeat of last year, right? Limited showcases. I mean, last year was like, oh, Gala, oh, New Year's, surprise, it's the 3rd limited showcase in a row. But this time they had Gala, and then, well, what, there's New Year's, then there's Gala, and then these 2 limited showcases. It's just like, Cygames knows, they know it's this time of year that people get run dry by the number of limited showcases. It's just like, ugh, people have no choice but to spend. But, you know, if they're repeating the process and obviously splitting it into 2 showcases, it is a bit more money grabby, honestly. But hey, maybe they found, hey, we're too generous with our resources and people aren't spending money. Let's twist the knife a little and encourage people to spend. Dear. I'm probably going to go onto a pity break for this showcase. Or am I? Okay, 1 5-star. Is it Cerise? That's a boat. Who else could it be? Laranoa. Oh my god! Shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I mean, he's a new 5-star, but I could not possibly be more disappointed. Okay, we have 13,000 Wormite, which means we are at least guaranteed a pity break, right? If we keep going. Or is it? Actually, no, I think I have to do 1 more summon after doing 10 consecutive... Is it 10? No. Actually, is it something more along the lines of like... Actually, I'm not even sure anymore. Either way, I wasn't even looking at the screen when that circle appeared. But I don't think it's a good circle. No. Alright. Oh dear. Okay, another pity break. Not Hawk, please. Oh my god, my first duplicate Hawk? Yes? It's probably another dragon, right? Ah, that's a wand. It's Summer Maribel, isn't it? Oh no. Yep, that's a Summer Maribel. Come on. More tenfolds. Not like this. I see the one dove and I've already lost hope. unicorn. Ugh. Disgusting. Is the disappointment in my voice palpable yet? Hawk. I mean, it's been over a year since the game's launch, and I only just got Hawk. But even then, Hawk is it's just not a thing at the moment. The fact that he's so reliant on stun, and how stun inherently just breaks boss mechanics because of how it skips them, like, Cygames just isn't gonna make a thing out of that status resistance. Status resistance? Ailment, right? It's the same for Nefaria. Like, unless they figure out a way of making blind not invalidate their boss fight design entirely, then, like, she's just not gonna get the mana spiral treatment. She needs a rework. But gacha games and reworking, it's not a thing, right? It's why World Flippers in this giant hullabaloo, or whatever they've managed to do. I've only heard word from along the grapevine, and yeah. Apparently they had some sort of setup. There was some introduced setup that was completely broken, invalidated all their game content, and then they actually went and nerfed it, and people that spend bunches of money just like tanked the reviews. You know, nerfing stuff is just not the done thing in a gacha game. I suppose reworking Nefaria and Hawk in most cases wouldn't be considered a nerf, but even then, I don't think even reworking is a good idea, because when content changes and it's not a straight upgrade, then people get upset, right? Even if Nefaria gets pushed away from blind, it might not be considered a straight upgrade. Unless people only objectively look at things through DPS or whatever, but, you know, granted, I imagine majority of Dragalia Lost players don't actually care for DPS charts and whatnot. They just want their shiny characters, their attractive female ladies, waifus, or whatever. Or just blowing all of their Wehrmight and missing out on a bunch of characters. Well, we've been pitybroken, and with like 40 summons left of Wehrmight, we can't really guarantee a pity break from that. But, okay, 2 5-stars. This is the first time we've gotten 2. That's 1 wand and a dragon. Okay. We've just not had good luck, have we? Summer Maribel. And Pazuzu, okay. Well, we've got 40 summons left of Wehrmight, and frankly that's not really enough to nearly guarantee a 5-star. So... cow, not even 40 summons worth of Wehrmight. But I guess that's that. I guess we're gonna have to be content with Vitalis, Berserker, and Rathalos, which, you know, ain't too bad. Ugh, but it still hurts. Leaving Vanessa behind, leaving Cerise behind. Don't taunt me like that, Vanessa. Anyway, thank you very much for watching till the end. I hope you guys have better luck than I do in your upcoming pulls. But yeah, take it easy. I'll see you next time.